involved in this project are on a second year BTEC Extended Diploma in Media Production, and many of them will go on to university to study media. The unit that they became involved in was a social action and community video project. For this, they had to plan, research and produce a video about something in the community. We came across Mac Macpherson at the MCVC and discovered that they wanted to promote what happened in Rotherham during the First World War rather than on the front where most of the promotion has been for the 100-year anniversary. The class was split into 3 groups. It was somebody doing families, somebody doing industry and somebody doing women.
Before starting this project, I didn't really know much about the World War I.
I didn't really know much about it because we didn't do it in school or anything, so I was a bit clueless about World War I really.
I knew quite a bit already, but I didn't know nothing about the actual industry side, so doing this video about industry has actually helped me learn a lot more about the World War industry and just World War I in general. Yes, because we actually focused like most of our video on Rotherham, and we branched out into Sheffield as well, as we went up to the Kellerman Museum and up into Magna to learn about it as well. So it's really helpful to me because I've learned more from what they were doing around here in contrast to learning from what they were doing generally in the UK.
From doing this project, I've learned a lot more about how the families and children home life were during the war.
We were covering the women's roles in the war.
Well, my group, we were covering the industry during World War I part of the actual video. So we covered the industry. We made the entire video about industry.
My group were given the topic of how war affected families and children in World War I.
And the high point were probably the places we went to a couple of museums. We went to Western Park Museum, which I really enjoyed going around, and I did learn a lot.
I think high point was going to all these different locations and just getting some really good footage out of them. Like when we went to Kelham Island Museum, when we were allowed to film in there, we actually got a lot of good stuff about the history. We got a lot of good stuff about some of the old exhibits, like demonstrations of steelworks and that.
I feel like I've achieved what I set out to do, as now I feel like younger generations will learn more about how the families and children during the First World War were affected, as I didn't really know much about it before starting this.
Yeah, we did. We were very informative, the video we ended up making. So yeah, I did. I think it went really well.
Yeah, I feel like I really achieved it because we've made a video that, it helped me understand about industry in World War I. It can help other people understand about industry as well.
Before starting this project, because I didn't really know much about the First World War, I had to try and find out as much information as I could from the internet, and then try and find people to interview. And it was quite a hard task because a lot of people that aren't alive now that were during the war. We had help from Mac because we couldn't find anyone to film, and he managed to find us 2 women who knew quite a bit about the First World War, who we managed to interview.
Well, first we were given a brief when we met with the client, Mac Macpherson. So what we did, after meeting with Mac, we went away, did a research task on our own ideas, and we were assigned into groups to, we were all given an individual area to focus on in groups. After we'd researched it all, we came back and met with Mac again to pitch our idea to him. After that, we sorted out like, all pre-production for filming, went and filmed the actual video, edited it all together, and we showed Mark videos a few times where he'd give us improvements to make it a lot better, and he came back to see us twice with improvements to make before we finally gave him the final piece.
Well, making the video, first we had to do all the research. So we researched World War One, and we found out locations to go to, and went to them locations. We filmed everything we could about Rotherham, Sheffield, and the women's roles in World War One. And then we brought it all footage back and edited it, and then we did a few interviews as well with people that worked at the museum, and we asked them all several questions about the war and what they knew. They've helped a lot. They were really good cameras, good quality cameras, and I think they're going to help out in future as well, so not just for us, the future people that are going to use them. We also use a boom mic, and we used Premiere Pro editing software.
Well, the cameras that Matt gave us, which were Panasonics, they were really good because last year we were using these Sony HDV tape cameras. These ones are a lot better because you get better quality, use SD cards instead of tapes. We got a lot better quality out of these Panasonic cameras than we did from the Sony cameras.